Thank you. Evening, everyone. Happy Friday. Bringing you something a little bit different. So this is first show since New Year, so Happy New Year. So welcome to the George and Jonesy FPL breakdown. But as you can see, not like me. Jonesy is currently not here. So Jonesy's obviously busy at the moment. So we're twisting it up a bit. We thought we'd get some experience and really good players, and then we thought we'd get my brother on. So, yeah, let me welcome to my guests first. Welcome to my co-host first, Ravi. How you doing, mate?
All good, all good. Excited for the show, and good
Yeah,
to see you again.
yeah, gonna be good. I think we're gonna do some stuff, aren't we, over the next couple of weeks? So,
Absolutely.
get some FPL content out there. Also, please remember to like the channel and hit that subscribe button. That really helps. Yeah, now welcome to my other guest. Austin, how you doing, mate?
I'm not doing too bad. Just got in from work, but I'm not doing too bad. It's been a good day today.
Cool. Nice to hear. So yeah, what we'll basically do, guys, we'll go through some of the usual topics what we normally do. So we'll look at the game week 21 team of the week. I probably ain't got any of them. I think I actually have. I think I've got Collins, actually. That was a surprise when I forgot I had him. And then we'll go through seeing who the transfer ins and out like we normally do, and then look forward to fixtures and game week 22. And then we'll do each other's teams, and then we'll do what we do at the end, the competition, which I think Jonesy's winning that at the minute, so maybe me or Ravi and Austin might have a bit of luck of winning a point. And I will drop a cheeky little hint. Georgie Boy has done his wild card.
Wow.
So
I ain't even touched mine yet.
I thought I would. No, we're not talking about the new Arsenal goalkeeper potentially in the women. Right. So yeah. I had to. The problem I had to do. Why I had to do it. We'll come to that later in the show. So keep watching, and if you do want to comment on show, please feel free. And if you do play FPL, drop your teams in. So yeah, we'll start with the game week 21 team of the week, Ravi.
Yep.
Yeah. So hit us with it. Well, not literally.
So
But.
in goal,
Got two.
Queven Kelleher with 13 points. At the back, 3 of Collins from Brentford as well.
Hey, God, Collins, the cold dog.
Cambo from Crystal Palace and Luca Dean from Aston Villa. A midfield 5 of Barnes from Newcastle, Aronson from Leeds, Bruno Guimaraes from Newcastle.
Bruno.
Sanderberger from Fulham, and Matthias Tell from redacted team name that we don't like. 2 forwards.
Who did he play for?
Scum.
Spurs.
Oh, no, I'm not going to judge. I did not. I thought he was still at Bayern Munich.
No, Bayern didn't want him, and neither did Spurs. But then they had an agreement in the contract.
It shows how much I watched that lot. I'm not going to
lie. And then up front, Benjamin Sesko and Thiago.
Woo, Thiago, another one.
So yeah, we'll talk about that team. Obviously, it's quite an interesting one. Like out of that team, I've got a massive contribution of 1. And
that's more than me.
I got 2.
And that was Caldini at the back. So let's talk about Collins actually, Ravi. Brentford have been playing very, very well, haven't they? Like I think a lot of people looked down their nose when Keith Andrews took that job and thought, they're going to struggle with that. But from an FPL asset, Collins is absolutely killing it at both ends, isn't he? He's got DEFCON, he's got goal contributions and the clean sheet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know where this has come from Collins. Like, he just wasn't on. I don't think he's been on anyone's radar up until game week 21. Even though I think if you look at his stats from the past few game weeks, he's been doing really, really well. But it's just, I think people just ignore Brentford in particular. But yeah, like it's a remarkable little purple patch that he's currently in.
Yeah. Just want to say hi to Mel. Hope you're doing all right, mate. Good to see you on here. Appreciate that. If you're doing FPL, let us know how you're getting on. Probably a lot better than not any of us, to be honest. I got well excited. I ended up in the top 70 for first time in Liam's league. I was like, oh, come on, come on. But then I realised my dad was above me, so I was like, oh, let's turn that off. And he don't know that much about football.
He's not doing it anymore. He's given up.
Oh, good. I couldn't get above him. So yeah, I agree with that with Colin. So I think you're looking at Brentford assets, aren't you? And the Kelleher one's interesting, but I think obviously we'll come to goalkeepers later because that was really one of my conundrums for my wild card. And I'll explain why. But obviously, I think the main ones are Colin and Thiago, aren't they? That you'd be looking at from a Brentford asset.
Yeah.
I think he's got 16 goals this season, Thiago.
Yeah, I saw a stat that he's got the most goals in a single season from any Brazilian player in Premier League history, which did surprise me, given that we've got like 17 more games to go.
Yeah, and I agree. But that's probably because Gabriel Martinelli's missed 16 times trying to take someone on. So that might have something to do with it.
Well, he did break Martinez's record, actually, to be fair.
Yeah, did he actually? Okay.
Yeah.
But it's weird because obviously they bought Thiago, got a bit of a bad injury, didn't he, at first? Because I think they brought him in ultimately to replace Ivan Toney. We've done that and doubled it, really. To be fair.
Yeah, I mean, what's really heartbreaking for my team, and I think this is kind of like symptom of my season so far. I had Thiago in my very first drafts when I did the team. And then just before the season started, when I heard that he was injured, I was like, well, let me take him out and just not really think about it. And then by the time I brought him back in the team, when he started scoring, he stopped scoring.
I've had a little bit of that myself. So I'll give you a bit of a sneak preview. For everyone that's watched the show from day one, have known I've had a certain Victor Gyökeres in my team. And I've stuck to it. I thought, yeah, he's got to score next week, hasn't he? No, it didn't happen. So then I thought, it's a no-brainer. Who I have to either get rid of Victor Gyökeres and bring in Thiago, or I keep Victor Gyökeres and keep getting mugged off with these Thiago points. So I decided to take the coward's way out of it and got Thiago. But then I watched Arsenal play on Wednesday against Chelsea. And what did he do? He scored a goal and got an assist. And I thought, mate, what are you doing? So I haven't yet because when I come to my wild card, I've got a lot of explaining to. I'm having fun, guys. I'm having fun. Like, I'm not taking it too serious. I'm not taking it too serious. I watch too many podcasts and listen to Chris Sutton on the FPL podcast, so I'm going rogue, so because I'm better than that. So, right, Austin. Obviously, that team we've seen. There's some interesting names in there, isn't there? Like obviously, we'll go to Brendan Aronson. Obviously, playing at Leeds. He's been in quite a good run of form. Do you think? Obviously, having a vocal point in Dominic Calvert-Lewin is helping that. Another one of my picks, Calvert-Lewin. So,
yeah, I do because the thing is with game week 21, Aronson coming in with 14 points with and it's like what you said, it's doing well in FPL, like same with. And it was the correct decision I made, like what you said about Gyökeres. I took Gyökeres off about 4 or 5 weeks ago and put Thiago in.
So did everyone else, mate.
And put Thiago in. But then I also said to myself, I need to put Bruno. How do you say his bloody second name? Guimarães, whatever his bloody name is.
That's how you say it if you're really posh.
Yeah.
Bruno Guimarães.
Bruno G.
Yeah. So I brought him in as well. And I thought to myself, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to captain him for the game against Leeds. What did he do? 11. That got me 17. But then he also got 10 points against Palace, 10 points against Burnley. And I'm thinking, God, this guy's a points maker. But then I looked and I thought, after the Wolves game, Bruno's actually coming out of my team. because there's not an easy lineup coming up after the Wolves game for them. So
I think it's an interesting one. Like what Austin said, Ravi, with Bruno Guimaraes. Say, got this or not. Pronouncing players' names right.
Sky Sports material right there.
He's no, I can say it right. So I think with Bruno, he's if Newcastle are so hit and miss, aren't they? Like, but if you're going to get your points, you're looking at Harvey Barnes or Bruno Guimaraes really to with those assist points and even the DEFCON with Bruno, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean Bruno's kind of that sort of like all-in-one kind of midfielder, like kind of a budget Brazilian Declan Rice. Um, like he'll kind of like do a little bit of everything, and where you see Rice doing the same thing as well, and like that's another sort of like top pick that everyone's had this season. Like I think he will get involved in all kinds of like play, but I think the risk that he runs, especially like the way that he plays in general, I
Yeah.
feel like he's always like towing a fine line with the yellow card as well.
Yeah. No, I agree. And then trying to think who else was in that team. I've forgot already.
Sander Berger was in there,
yeah,
which
that's
was
a
a
weird
surprising
one.
pick. Yeah, I think that's a one-off for him. Like he'll come up with like maybe one or two of those every season, and that's about it.
So we talk about players that we've had for a while. I remember being on a show here with Jonezy for about a couple of months ago. It was definitely before Christmas. And I remember also getting a lot of crap from it on Twitter. And I put up there, I went, you know what? Get a bit of Harry Wilson in your team. And everyone's like, "Ah, you're mad. What you on about? He ain't gonna get you many points. Stand and deliver, Mr. Harry Wilson. Like he's been brilliant in my team. So
Remarkable, absolutely.
yeah, it's
Remarkable.
I think he's definitely a massive, massive like differential. Like well, he probably isn't now, to be honest. But
Yeah.
obviously through the last few weeks, the points he's been getting, I was looking like earlier. So Harry Wilson has like in recent times has got more points than like Erling Haaland, Bukayo Saka, like all those players. Like you think, yeah, because most of the goals or assists are going through Harry Wilson. So, but yeah, so oh wow, you boys done all right. Cool. We'll move on to the transfers, like the more transfers in and the ins and outs.
Yep.
So obviously, it is up here. So I'm going to guess that Bruno Guimaraes is in the top three as players being brought in.
He is third on the list.
Yeah,
Not on that list. This list.
you just made the list. So I reckon, obviously not being able to see it, but I reckon Thiago's got to be in that top two.
Thiago is number one.
Yeah, who's number two?
2 and 4 are both Arsenal players. Care to have a guess who they are?
Gabriel.
Correct, is number 2.
And don't think twice, Declan Rice.
Correct, number 4.
Mm.
And number 5, making up the most transferred in, is Harry Wilson.
Yeah, so Georgie knows. Well, the one that I did find interesting, like obviously I know Michael Carrick took over at Man United,
Yeah.
but everyone was saying, "Oh, Bruno Fernandes," and I'm like, I just don't get it. I don't get it from a player's point of view, and I don't get it from an FPL point of view.
I get it from a bit of both, really.
Probably because I don't like him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly like him either. But it's one of those where it's just like he's an FPL machine. Like he will pop up with a goal or an assist almost every game, even when Man United were finishing 15th in the league last season. Like he just does everything for them. But you know, he would be the only United player that I would probably consider.
I would thought of Patrick
Dorgu.
Dorgu. I couldn't do his name. I was going to call him Daegu, but that's like an animal, isn't it? So, Dorgu, but then I thought with Carrick going there, they're probably going to play 4 at the back, and the old good old reliable Luke Shaw will probably be back. So that kind of put me off of that. But I don't think I've had one Man United player this season. Not one.
I've had Fernandez in and out a couple of times this season.
Yeah, no.
And I've currently got Diogo Dalot in my team.
Yeah, not bad shout.
And he's done quite well for me, although the times where he's scored more than 10 points, both times he's been on my bench.
Is he on your bench?
He is currently the last pick on my bench this week.
Well, that's good. He's got just sacrifice it, mate. He's got City tomorrow.
Honestly, if he gets 20 points this weekend, I could not care less.
But yeah, so yeah, obviously they're the transfers in. I think obviously they're quite self-explanatory, aren't they? Obviously,
Yeah.
Declan Rice. That's a weird one. Like, what I mean, weird. He's so brilliant. I didn't think I was going to be seeing Declan Rice and saying about Declan Rice being probably the best Arsenal attacking option in FPL. Because I think he's ahead of Saka.
Yeah, I think I'd probably go out on a limb and say he's probably the most essential Arsenal pick.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think that as well. Austin, obviously, we've got. Let's see.
Mick Arteta.
So obviously, looking at Gabriel, obviously, it's another one, isn't it? Obviously, Timber is a really good option, but Gabriel, it's like a magnet on his head, isn't it? Like, and obviously, he gets them goals. He gets some big goals. Defend in the game against Chelsea, he actually got over the DEFCON points. And I was like, Gabriel, like, come on, like, that's an option. That's an option I'm happy with. So, yeah, what's your thoughts on Gabriel? Is he on your team?
He's not. No.
Oh, mate.
No, he's not. If I remember correctly, I took him out because he was injured, and I haven't put him back in yet. I know I've got until tomorrow.
I took him out and put him back in as soon as he scored.
And now that I've just seen that, so basically, I just saw that list of transfers in, transfers out, and as you can see on screen, it does say that I have Semenyo in there, but I don't now. I changed it. Wilson's there now. So, yeah, I've put Wilson there. I was just about to upload the new screenshot, but Ravi beat me. But yeah, no, Gabriel, like you said, it is literally that ball and his head. Like, his head is like a ginormous magnet when it comes to set pieces. I've never seen anything like it either. And everything that he does, I just love about it. And
He'd make you fall in love, really, wouldn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So he will end up back on the team. I'm going to go through it tonight because I want to get rid of Virgil, but he just does not. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he does not actually cost a lot than you'd think. He is worth, if I remember correctly, 5.9 mil on FPL. So if I take him out, that doesn't leave me a lot of options because Gabriel, I think, is 6.7.
6.7.
Yes. Yeah. So I've got to do a bit of shuffling, but I mean, from my team there, it ain't a bad team, really. Like, I mean, if you want me to read it out for you, George, I can.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. So I've got Raya in goal, Van Dijk, Senesi. If I butcher these names, do not kill me.
No, you're doing well so far. I'll pull you up if you do.
Gehi or Gehi.
Yeah, he's just signed from Man City.
Yeah. Rodgers from Villa. Yeah. Declan Rice, Wilson, Bruno Guimaraes, Thiago, Haaland, and João Pedro. And then on the bench, I've got I call them woofs. Rouse.
Rouse or something like that.
Rouse.
Van der Ven, mainly because I just run out of money.
Mate, you've ruined
I've run out of money, so I had to fill it.
Get in the bin.
Lewis Smiley from Newcastle and Shalaba.
You've got Mr. Ben on the bench. No.
So it ain't a bad team,
Yeah,
really.
not a bad team.
It's pretty
So
Pedro,
the
I think
team,
the Pedro one is probably one I would have got rid
yeah,
of a little while ago.
yeah. Well, the team that's on there, obviously replacing Wilson with Semenyo from obviously last game week. That team got me 66 points.
Yeah.
So I can't fault it really.
Right, well, let's go to the obviously, sorry, hold on. Laura, obviously, thank you for your help behind the scenes as well. She also said she gave up with FPL and the WSL one feels like the Arsenal manager, the Arsenal women's manager. Yeah. You probably got more centre halves than we've got. So
Apparently, I've got to be on the list as well now.
what you done?
According to Laura, she said that
Oh,
she's on
yeah,
the list for a Spurs player, so I should be as well.
Yeah, I ain't got the button.
I ain't got the magic button.
So yeah, what happens when you put Tottenham players in your team? You just made the list. There you go. That's your improvised version.
I've got the magic button.
No. That's nice. Right, let's go to the transfer outs. Who would that be? I reckon Semenyo's on there.
He is fourth on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm not really sure I agree with that, but I think the problem with that is because he signed for Man City.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Phil Foden's on there.
He is number one on the list.
Yes,
and a solid 200,000 more transfers out than the next most player.
That's made me breathe a little bit easier.
It's a lot of transfers out. 536,000.
Who would I say second? I reckon it's. Don't know actually.
So I'll give you a clue. Second on the list is a Liverpool player.
Van
Third
Dijk.
on the list, no.
Begins with an E.
Oh, Ekatiko.
Yeah, there we go. That was a good clue.
That's weird though, because surely he played. Wouldn't he just start?
I think people panicked after last game week, not realizing that there was a gap between fixtures with the FA Cup. So
they've got Burnley, haven't they?
Yeah, because he injured himself. I think he injured himself pretty early on in the game, and then
he played against Barnsley, didn't he? I think he got a goal in that. So
he might have done. Yeah.
Yeah, he come off the bench. So yeah, it's interesting.
And then we've got Cunha from Man United on the list as well. And in fifth place, we've got Josko Gvardiol from Man City as well.
I'm surprised he's so low. He's been injured. He's been injured for about a month.
3 City players in the top 5, yeah.
Yeah, that's not jinx it. But Vardiol's been injured for ages, so I'm surprised he's so low down.
Yeah, I think the people were a bit hesitant to take him out just in case it was pretty minor, but then it turns out it was broken his leg.
Yeah, shame. Heart blades.
I think the thing is as well, Jules. Sorry, I think the thing is as well is like the majority of like the big players as well. They cost a fortune on FPL as well. So when you're spending the big bucks, obviously on these good players that you feel are going to get you the points, that's when you start putting in players that like cost 4.5 mil on there just to be able to fill your team, but they always just stay on the bench. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I remember correctly, I think Gyökeres is like, is it Gyökeres or
8.7?
Yeah, but there's one player on there that's 14.5 mil.
Yeah, Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland, 14.5 mil. Right.
You're paying for what Haaland does when he rips teams apart, though. So
yeah, but when was the last time he bloody did that? He's been getting me crap points recently.
Probably tomorrow. I think we'll come to the teams for the next game week in a sec, but obviously I want to chat to you about Semenyo, Ravi. Obviously, a big move for him from Bournemouth to Man City.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that he's in that top 5? Because like he started quite well, hasn't he? Do you not think that he can nail that left-hand side down?
Yes and no. I think it's always difficult with new signings coming in. You don't quite know if they're going to be playing every week or how they're going to fit into the system. And I don't think people kind of realized that he was going to go straight into the team. Like, I know they won 10-1 in the FA Cup, and he got, I think, a goal and 2 assists or something like that.
Yeah.
But but what I think it is so many people had him at Bournemouth,
Yeah.
and they already had 3 Man City players, probably Foden, Gvardiol, and like Haaland as well. Like, everyone's got Haaland in their team, so one of them's got to go, and I think that's why you're seeing so many Man City players out this week, because one of them has to go. You can't have 4 players in the team.
No, I agree. I had O'Reilly, Semenyo, Foden, and Haaland.
Yeah.
So obviously one had to go, which we'll see which one. If everyone knows me, they'll know who it is without me even telling them. Like someone that I really detest.
Foden.
Like, yeah. It's so overrated for me. And
you
I know
gave that
what
clue earlier when you said, I hope Foden's on this most transfers now.
well, yeah, because I didn't want to be the only idiot that does it. Like, I know what will happen now. But yeah, no, I agree with the Semenyo thing. It's, I think it's interesting. I think the difference as well, Ravi, as well. If you're looking at the Semenyo Foden, you're actually saving yourself money if you choose Semenyo, which is mad.
Yeah, and I think that's why Foden's like had so many more sales than kind of everyone else put together.
And that point 3.4 can get you a bit of a stronger squad if you actually look at it.
Absolutely.
Cool. Right, let's go into the. Actually, let's go into the fixtures for game week 22. So obviously the lunchtime game tomorrow is Man United versus Man City. Austin, who do you think is going to shine from an FPL point of view for that? Obviously, the tenure of the Michael Carrick era has begun. With Johnny Evans as a coach, I'm scared now. But obviously, you know what you're going to get with Man City. Obviously, you've got Haaland, you've got Cherky, you've got Semenyo, Foden. Yeah, who do you think is going to shine in that game, even from a Man United point of view?
Do you know what? Right, it goes back to what you said about Foden being the most transferred out, and about how we just know what's going to bloody happen. And I feel like if he does play, which the likeliness is he is going to play, he's going to bloody do something, isn't he? It's just going to be that typical thing where the majority of people have transferred him out, and he goes and does something.
Yeah.
And he's got Wolves next week as well. Yeah, him, but then also going back as well, like when we was talking about Semenyo, about how he's started to shine already at City. I think he's going to do well. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm still taking him out of my team regardless, but like, you know, I think he will, and I don't know if you agree with me, but yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not as well. I hope not as well, but I feel like it's that one thing that they would bloody do. The 2 players that are on the most transferred out, and they'd go and do that.
I think Man City they've done what they had to do. Obviously, there's 115 reasons why we could go through that, but I think
they lose.
But obviously they brought Guy in, they've brought in Semenyo, their players that they needed. Ravi, for the Manchester derby, are you in agreement with what else has been said, or do you think someone else will shine?
Yeah, I mean, from a sort of like outside pick, if you wanted to sort of like take a little bit of a punt, I'd probably look at Benjamin Sesko from United. Given how many injuries that Man City actually have, and that Mark Gahey hasn't actually signed for them yet, I think they've only got like 1 centre back actually available.
That's a shame, isn't it?
And then they're playing like Kusanov, who's maybe 5'7" fullback in at centre back. So I have no idea how that's going to go.
He got pushed off the ball by Liam Delap, didn't he? And let's be real, he ain't the strongest centre forward.
Yeah, and I think that's where you sort of got to look at it, and like Sesko is a unit up front. Like
Yeah.
he's like we were interested in him, so there isn't a bad player there. But at the same point, he needs to kick on himself, and he was in the team of the week for last game week, so maybe that's a little kick up his backside to sort of like press
But
on from there.
it's the stage that he wants to be on, though, isn't it? Like,
It
and
is,
where
yeah.
Man United say they want to be. Like, obviously, it's a bit whatever's going on off the pitch is a different story. But Benjamin Sesko wants to be one of the best strikers in the world, as we keep getting told. So, no other better place to do that than on front stage on the Premier League.
Yeah, and to a point, as an Arsenal fan, and as you guys would probably attest to it, let's hope he actually does.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, cool. Then the next game we've got is
Chelsea versus Brentford.
Oh yeah, Chelsea Brentford. So it's another interesting one, Austin. Obviously, Brentford have got a couple of decent options, like we said, Collins and Thiago. But Chelsea are at home, so you'd probably be expecting Leroy Rossinia's team in his home league debut, because not they played in the cup in the week. That you'd be expecting Chelsea probably to score, wouldn't you? So what's your views on that game?
So yeah, William Mackenzie's team, as I like to call their manager, because he looks like Will Mackenzie from the In-Betweeners.
He ain't got briefcase, does he?
Do you know what? If he had a briefcase, you'd probably think he is Will Mackenzie. Like, I don't know. I feel like Ted Lasso still would have been better at the job. But anyway, yeah. Obviously, Brentford, they're not exactly an easy team there, are they? But like you said, you would expect Chelsea to shine at home, especially with the manager's first home debut as well. So yeah, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a tricky one, but I do think Shalaba's going to shine in that one. That's why I put him in, because I felt like he might do something if he's playing. That is, so yeah, that's my intake.
Cool. And Ravi, obviously the Chelsea. I think it's probably interesting for FPL players, isn't it? Because we can see what Leroy Rossini is going to do with his Chelsea team and see who's going to become maybe assets over the next couple of weeks. Because the fixture turn that Chelsea have is pretty mad, really.
Yeah, for me. I always try and steer away from teams who have got new managers, just because I kind of want to figure out how they're going to play and which players they want to actually push forward. I do think this is probably one of the trickier ties that they could probably get in terms of his first league game. Brentford in great form, both defensively and attacking wise. So yeah, I think it's gonna be difficult for them. And if anyone's considering putting a Chelsea player in, I'd probably hold off on maybe the first couple of weeks, just to see how they get on.
Reece James is one I'm watching.
Yeah, he's an interesting pick, to be honest, because they've started to play him in midfield.
Yeah, that was what I was watching.
But it just doesn't feel right.
No, I think he's Trent, don't they?
Yeah. And they're really trying to push him to be Trent, but yeah, I don't really see it.
No. Cool. Well, we won't go through all the games just because of time, and Austin's our show after this. So, we'll just skip to the Arsenal. Obviously, Nottingham Forest have got Arsenal at 5:30. I think obviously we're looking at that, aren't we? We've said about the assets for Arsenal. I think if you've got defensive players in there, that might help you a bit. Like obviously your Timbers, your Gabriels, Ryers. Obviously, Ravi, again, what are you thinking from an Arsenal? What would you say the best Arsenal assets are going into that game?
For me, I think Gabriel and Rice are absolute musts. I think one to watch might be Zubimendi.
Sure.
I think he's kind of he was given a little bit more of a license to go forward against Chelsea in the cup, and he looked quite good in that. And there could be a time and place where Rice drops deeper and Zubimendi goes forward, and vice versa, and they share that sort of like 6/8 role. So given that he's about a full like 1.5 mil cheaper than Declan Rice, that should be one for people to put on their radar.
Yeah, good shout. While we're here, we'll just talk about our teams. So Austin, we obviously know Austin's. Ravi, what's your team for this week?
Yes, so I've put up basically my entire squad there, as opposed to sort of like what the team's looking at for this season. But I will read out the sort of lineup of what I'm going to have.
Yeah.
So Riot in goal.
Mm.
I'm debating between O'Reilly and Van Hecker in my defense. I'm going to play a back three.
Yeah.
The other two in defense are Lewis Potter and Gabriel. I have Phil Foden still.
Boo.
I know. I saw everyone taking them out, and I was like, well, you never know how terrible Man United are going to be on any given day. So let's just keep him in for another game. Alongside him, I've got Declan Rice, Florian Wirtz, and Harry Wilson.
Yeah.
Lewis Miley's going to be on my bench. And then I've got a top three of Ekitike, Voltamada, and Haaland, with currently Haaland captain, but that might change to Ekitike depending on how I'm feeling.
Cool. Yeah, well, decent one. I think obviously the Florian Wirtz one's interesting, but then playing against Burnley and a couple of the games they've got coming up, he's starting. He might be like a bit of a differential, which people you wouldn't have thought, would you, at the start of the season?
Well, everyone had him in at the start of the season. I had him in.
Yeah, I did as well. I chose him over Salah, so that was a bit of a. They were both crap. So
yeah, I did the same thing.
Yeah, cool. Could you? I will do my wild card squad. So would you be able to read that out?
Yep. So Verbruggen in goal, and then a back three of Timber, O'Reilly, and Gabriel. A midfield five of Rogers, Rice, Semenyo, Bruno, and Wilson. Up front, you've got Haaland captained with Ekitike next to him. And then on your bench, Dubravka, Thiago, Collins, and Mukiele.
Yeah, so I'm trying to work out how to get Thiago in.
Yes.
So I'm wondering, do I just
take Timber out?
But then he could go and get put a ball in for Saka or Gyökeres and we score.
Take O'Reilly out then.
You got to have 3 defenders minimum.
Yeah, you got to have 3. So obviously I'll analyse some of that. Obviously for Bruggen, I thought 4.5 is a no-brainer.
Yep.
I had Dean Henderson, so I saved 0.5. So that saved me a bit of money there. And I just think defensively, if you've got Gabriel and Timber, that's setting you up. I know it's a really big risk, obviously, if Arsenal concede. But even if we do concede, Gabriel's still getting DEFCON or in goal involvement. Same with Timber.
Yeah.
And obviously O'Reilly, I do like Nico O'Reilly. I think he's very, very good. And I think he'll still play over the next few weeks for Man City. Rogers, I think he's done well the last few weeks. So obviously Villa against Everton, I thought that was a good option. And they've got no Michael Keane, they've got no Jack Grealish, they've got no. I don't know if Braithwaite's back. So there's still no. So do you know what I mean? I don't actually know they've got. I don't know if Tarkowski's fit either. So you know what I mean? There's a chance that Morgan Rogers could at least get a goal and assist. Semenyo, it was either him or Foden. So, and it saved me money as well. So, and I just think Semenyo offers more than for me. Phil Foden, and it would be my famous last word. He goes in like gaps, so he'll get you like say 12 or 13 points back to back weeks, and then he'll go 3 or 4 weeks not doing anything. So it was. If I could have kept Foden, I probably would have, because obviously only because they've got Manchester United and Wolves. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, Bruno Guimaraes I've done because I just went to peer pressure and thought he's doing all right. And then I think the hardest one was it was a bit of a jump, taking Dominic Calvert-Lewin out for Ekatike. But I only really, if I'm honest, I only really done that because I've seen Leeds fixtures and Ekatike's got quite a bit of value in him, and they're like the games what they're playing. So if I wanted to drop, say, Ekatike down, I could go back to Calvert-Lewin and I'm still saving like nearly 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Obviously I've kept Collins, and then the last defender is just a cheap one for Sunderland. But yeah, not 100% sure. Like, even he might even come in because they've got Palace at home. It's just working out with, obviously, Harry Wilson's playing against. Have they got Leeds?
Yeah, they've got Leeds away.
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? That could be a sort of game that's either 0-0, 1-1, or 2-2, and Harry Wilson like feasts. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a hard one. It'd be a perfect weekend to play a bench boost.
Yeah,
For
yeah. I
me,
think
but obviously I can't do that because I've done the wild card. So yeah. What's your thoughts on the squads? I'll start with you, Ravi, and then we'll go to Austin.
Yeah, I like it. I think Verbruggen's a really interesting pick. I probably would have beefed up your substitute, because I don't think Dubravka is kind of like a good rotational option.
Yeah.
But I think I think Verbruggen's a solid goalkeeper. I think Brighton are slowly growing into the season.
Yeah.
I think in terms of trying to shoehorn Thiago into the team, I probably would drop Semenyo only on the basis that he could start on the bench, it being his first league game for City.
Yeah.
But that would be my only consideration. But you never know. Pep could decide to start him from the get go, and he could end up, with a massive performance against a bipolar United team.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my only thing. But then that Chelsea Brentford game, I think, could go either way. Like, Brentford are playing really well, but could Chelsea like pull a result out the back? You know what I mean? So I think that's where it comes down to luck being on your side. Like, it's not if you choose, and then I thought, if one of them doesn't play, maybe they come in, don't they? So
yeah.
Austin, what's your thoughts on that? Was you a bit surprised with my Arsenal picks?
I was surprised with Timber, yeah. Bearing
I
in
sold
mind,
Saka out of that team, by the way.
bearing in mind the way he played against Chelsea the other day made me want to throw a brick at his head and wake him up a bit.
Left back, mate. It's not a left back, so
but like, yeah, I mean, it's a good team. The majority of players you've got on there, the ones like your midfield, except for Semenyo, is pretty much spot on with mine. So, I mean, you've made some good choices there. I like what Ravi said, obviously, about the bench, obviously, maybe boosting that up a bit. But obviously, you got to do what you got to do, and it was especially with like what I said earlier about the funding you get with the FPL does make it a little bit hard picking a decent team sometimes. But yeah, no, I agree with Gabriel. Like, I feel like he's going to do some wonders against Forest. Rice wonders against Forest as well. Wilson against Leeds, I think he'll do good. Rodgers against Everton, we could see him shine there if he plays. So, Ekatike, that's a bit of a shocker, that one, seeing as he was one of the most transferred out. But, we'll see what happens, won't it?
I think Ekatike against Burnley at home, if you don't have him, you've got that's like having Haaland against Wolves for me.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, with the goalkeepers, Ravi, as well, is that I always like to have 4.5. So really, only for me, I could bring Kelleher in for Dubravka. I don't feel like there's many 4.5 great options.
Yeah, no, I
Mm.
agree. And like, I usually go on that sort of like rotational 4.5 goalkeeper thing of like seeing which ones are the sort of like hardest games that they're going to play, and then like make sure the other one has like a relatively easy game.
Yeah.
But this year I've just gone David Raya is my first choice.
Yeah.
Dubravka being a 4 mil goalkeeper that actually plays.
Yeah.
He'll just sit on the bench, do nothing, look pretty, or whatever he does.
Yeah.
And then yeah, Raya's just like playing every game.
I think Verbruggen will probably play for me quite a lot. And I think he's the second. I think he might be actually the second highest brought in goalkeeper as well.
Oh, fair enough.
Like, so that's a bit of an interesting one. I think you look at the things like with Verbruggen as well, his ceiling is normally like about 11 or 12 points because he
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
those save points. Where
Uh,
you look at David Raya, like Raya's brilliant, don't get me wrong, but the most you're probably going to see him get is 6 or 7, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. But I think the thing is with Verbruggen as well. I think and same with Keller as well. Like they've saved a
Yeah.
couple of penalties this season between them
Yeah.
two.
Good
So
shout.
that I think that is something you need to consider as well.
Yeah, and you look at the other goalkeepers. You don't really want Pickford with a defence like Everton have got at the moment.
True.
Martinez, yeah, don't get started on him. Like Donnarumma, yeah, it's the money. So I just went for value for money. That was probably where I was going to go. The Sunderland keeper I like though. Actually, I think he's very, very good. So yeah, just because of time, we'll move on to the last bit of the show. So basically, what we do is we choose a player, and then whoever gets the highest point from that player obviously wins that point for the show. So, for example, when we done it before, Jonesy chose Haaland, he got 14 points. I think I chose Jokeres and he got 2. So you can get what I mean. So yeah, we'll go round. We'll do it a bit different this time. So I am going to start, and I am going to go. I might as well. I'm going to go with Ekatike.
That was going to be my pick.
So the beauty of being the one who runs the show. I'll give you a bit of time, Abby.
Yeah, I mean,
So
my first question is who's West Ham playing, and then that might figure it out for me.
The scum.
Oh, Spurs have them, so yeah, 1-0 West Ham on that one.
It probably will. That's the joke.
Yeah, I think that
I
might
said this
be the case.
earlier at work. Someone that works a Spurs fan, and I said this. I said, "Watch, West Ham will win that game."
Yeah, only 2. It'll probably be Castellanos the winner.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ravi, who are you going for?
I'm going to go with a bit of an outside pick. I'll go Nick Voltemade against Wolves.
Nice, like that. That's a good shout. And Austin?
I'm going for Bruno Guimaraes, whatever his bloody name is.
Guimaraes.
Bruno Guimaraes. I've got. He's going to smash it against Wolves. I can feel it in my bones.
I hope he does. He probably gets sent off now. You said that.
He's my captain as well, so even better.
Cool. Yeah, so obviously we'll see who wins. Obviously, going forward, obviously we appreciate with this content. It's been something we've been working on for a little while, but obviously for obvious reasons and Christmas and that, we've not been able to get as many shows out. But over the next few weeks, we're planning to get them out. Ravi will be kind of co-hosting with me, and we'll talk about some new ideas. But yeah, so obviously, good luck in your game week. Obviously, please remember to like and subscribe to the Highbury Fans Forever, because that's really, really important. And some great shows going on. We have a new show in about a few minutes. That's why I'm wrapping up. With Austin, with his gaming show, you are previewing what?
I am shooting zombies in the head by playing Call of Duty Black Ops, the newest one. I keep forgetting which one's out because they release so many so quickly. So, but yeah, it'll be Black Ops, Call of Duty. Going to play some zombies, shoot some zombies in the head. slash their throats, you know, the ins and outs, really.
As you do on a Friday night. So yeah,
Exactly.
obviously give that a watch if that's what you want to watch, or if you're not able to watch today, you can obviously it'll be shared around that. You can watch it back. Same with this show. Austin, thank you for coming on, mate.
You're very, very welcome. It's a pleasure to be on such a great show.
Cheers, thank you, mate. Good luck with this game week.
Thank you.
And then Ravi, thanks for your help and everything. Good luck this week.
Absolutely. Thank you for letting me co-host with you, and yeah, best of luck to you for the team as well.
Cheers. And then also thanks to Laura, who's pulling all the strings from behind. She's been on double duty tonight. That helped me with the women's show. Now with this, so we're all shattered now, and James can get his wife back. So yeah, so we'll hope we should be back next week. Obviously, there'll be stuff on our Twitter as well, the Jordan Jonezy FPL breakdown. But yeah, on that note, good night, everyone, and good luck. And remember, deadline is at 11. Goodbye.